Hi, today's video is about potassium, and is it possible to get too much potassium from eating bananas? I did a Google search and these were the results. As you can see, there's several articles on the first page, some of them with conflicting information. The first link that comes up is actually a good one by Freelee the Banana Girl. It's her blog and she does go into detail about how much potassium is in a banana and what the lethal dose of potassium is. So I recommend checking that out. There's another article on there by a journalist on livestrong.com, and that is a bad article. One of the statements on that article is, although bananas make a healthy snack, you can have too much of a good thing. Binging on any food can lead to weight gain and poor nutrition, so moderation is important. So there's a few phrases in that I disagree with. One of them is that you can have too much of a good thing. The other is that binging on any food can lead to weight gain. And the other statement is that moderation is important. So I disagree with all three of those phrases in the one sentence. For example, you can have too much of a good thing. Well, that depends on what that good thing is and how much is too much. So this journalist is just writing a statement, you can have too much of a good thing, without actually saying how much is too much. And people will have their own ideas on how much is too much. So if you were to say to someone, I eat 10 bananas a day, they would think in their minds, because they're not used to eating 10 bananas, oh, that's too much, that's binging on bananas, you'll get fat. So, people will have their own ideas. You can't just say you can have too much of a good thing, because then people will get scared and not eat enough of it. And the other statement that I disagree with is that moderation is important. And I disagree with that one, because that just is an excuse to eat whatever you want in moderation. It's like saying, you can have a little bit of cheese, a little bit of bacon, a little bit of eggs, you can have some ham, you can have some French fries and some ice cream for breakfast, but not too much. It's just not specific advice. So anyway, I'm going to get onto the bananas. What is the recommended dietary intake of potassium? According to the Dietary Reference Intakes Committee of the Institute of Medicine, the adequate intake for potassium is 4,700 milligrams for adult men and women. What is potassium's function in the human body? Potassium maintains fluid volume inside and outside of cells and thus maintains normal cell function. It also acts to blunt the rise of blood pressure in response to excess sodium intake. It also decreases markers of bone turnover and recurrence of kidney stones. It is also an electrolyte, a substance that conducts electricity in the body. Potassium is crucial to heart function and plays a key role in skeletal and smooth muscle contraction, making it important for normal digestive and muscular function. The state of being too low in potassium is called hypokalemia, and you can read about the effects on this on a website for which I provided the link in the description box. What is the potassium content of bananas? In one medium banana of about 105 calories, there's 420 milligrams of potassium. So, if you think about that, what is the recommended dietary intake? And how much does one banana contain of potassium? Then, even if you ate 10 bananas, you'd be getting the minimum dietary intake of potassium. So, if you had 10 bananas, which is a lot according to some people, and even if you had that every day, you'd only be getting the recommended dietary intake. You're not even going over that by eating 10 bananas. But what if you eat more than 10 bananas? So I'm going to just tell you now that the lethal dose of potassium is 2,500 milligrams per kilo of body weight in 30 seconds. So for someone like me, about 50 kilograms, I would have to eat about 300 bananas in 30 seconds, or 600 bananas in a minute, to die from potassium overdose. So when someone says moderation is important, if they mean less than 600 bananas in a minute, then I would agree with them. Bananas are a good source of other minerals as well, such as copper, iron, magnesium, manganese, and a healthy percentage of calories from carbohydrates, protein, and fats. So go and eat a banana and don't be scared.